Welcome to Mastering Flawless English.
Great to be here.
Today we're taking a deep dive into two really fundamental English verb tenses. We're talking present simple and present continuous.
Yeah, the bread and butter, really. But still, ones people, get mixed up sometimes.
Absolutely. And we've got some great materials to help us sort it out. We're looking at insights from BBC Learning English's Grammar Game Show, the Coffee Break English show, and also a perspective from Dynamic English, which explains it in Spanish, actually.
Interesting mix. So the goal is to kind of synthesize all that.
Exactly. Pull together these different views, the examples, and really give everyone listening a solid, practical grip on when to use which tense, so you feel confident using them.
Sounds like a plan. We'll hit the main uses, maybe some signal words, and definitely those tricky exceptions.
Right. So let's kick things off with the present simple. What's the core idea people need to remember?
Okay, present simple. Think habits, routines, things you do regularly.
Like I drink coffee every morning.
Exactly. Or facts, things that are generally true, or permanent situations.
Right. BBC Learning English put it as habits, permanent situations, and truth. Simple enough. And they mentioned the form, too, didn't they?
Mm-hmm. That little S on the end for he, she, it, like he works.
And using do or does for questions and negatives. Do you work here? She doesn't work here.
Yep. And Coffee Break English had some good everyday examples for this.
They did. Like, I work for Coffee Break Languages. That's a pretty permanent situation, usually.
Or I drink coffee every day. That habit thing again.
And asking about routines, like how often do you go to the cinema? Even if it's just once a month, it's still a routine, sort of.
Yeah, a frequency. In facts, too, like you are from Scotland or I speak French. Just things that are...
They also linked it to jobs, which makes sense. I work as a teacher. He works as a doctor.
She works as a bus driver. They work from home. These are generally stable situations describing someone's career or work setup.
And Dynamic English, coming from the Spanish explanation, also focused on habits and routines. Things with frequency.
Their example was, yo como el desayuno a las 7. I eat breakfast at 7 every day. Classic routine.
Very clear. They also highlighted something really useful, those signal words.
Ah, yes. The adverbs of frequency. Always important.
Like always, usually, normally, sometimes, never. They really flag the present simple, don't they?
They definitely do. Their example, she usually watches TV on Tuesdays. That usually tells you it's a regular thing.
It's a big clue. Okay, but then there's that slightly weird one. BBC Learning English pointed out, you can use present simple for the future.
Yeah, this throws people sometimes. But it's specifically for, like, timetabled events, things on a fixed schedule.
Ah, right, like trains, planes.
Exactly. Their example was, my flight leaves at 6:30 tomorrow. Even though it's tomorrow, the schedule's fixed now.
Got it. So it's not just about the present moment, but about fixed, regular occurrences, even future scheduled ones.
Precisely. That's a key takeaway for the present simple.
Okay, clear. So habits, facts, routines, frequencies, and fixed schedules. Now let's switch gears to the present continuous. What's the main vibe here?
Present continuous. Well, the main idea is action happening now, right at this moment.
Like we are recording.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or I am talking. It can also be for actions happening around now, maybe not this exact second, but currently ongoing.
And future plans too, right? We'll get to that. But first, the form. BBC Learning English said it's be plus the ing verb.
Yep, am, is, or are, plus that ing, he's running, they're studying.
Coffee Break English had good examples for the right now, meaning I am working, or right now I am drinking my coffee.
Which might actually be true for some listeners right now.
Could be.
Yeah.
And we are speaking English. Definitely happening now.
They also mentioned temporary actions. Things happening around now, but not usually.
Oh, yeah, that was a good one. She usually works in the office, but she's working at home this week.
This week is the key. It signals it's temporary, different from the usual routine, so continuous fits better.
Makes sense. And ongoing projects, like their example, this podcast is going very well, happening over a period of time around now.
And Dynamic English. They also zoned in on the at the moment idea, something happening now.
Their Spanish example was, estoy comiendo desayuno ahora. I am eating breakfast now. Very direct.
And they gave us signal words for this one too, didn't they?
Yeah, simple ones.
Yeah.
Now and at the moment. Like, now I am talking to you. Pretty clear indicators.
Definitely helpful little flags.
Okay, but like the present simple, this one also reaches into the future. BBC mentioned future arrangements.
Yes. This is the contrast to the simple's timetables. Continuous is for personal plans you've arranged.
So, their example, I'm having dinner tomorrow. It implies you've picked it or agreed it with someone.
Exactly, you've made the arrangement.
Yeah.
So simple for fixed schedules, continuous for personal plans.
Yeah.
That's the future distinction.
That's a really useful distinction to keep straight. Okay, so we've got the main uses down. Now for the tricky bits. That BBC game show question about overlap. When can present simple feel like present continuous?
The state verbs. That was the answer.
Right, state verbs. So what are they and why don't they usually like the ing form?
Well, state verbs basically describe states, not actions. Think internal things, senses, emotions, thoughts, possession, like know, believe, love, hate, need, own.
So they describe a condition, not something you're actively doing in the same way as running or eating.
Exactly. And because it's a state, it's often seen as more constant, even if you mean right now. So we tend not to use the continuous form.
Coffee Break English gave examples. Like you don't say, I am needing, you just say, I need.
Right. Or not I am knowing the answer, but I know the answer.
And possession, I have a dog, not I'm having a dog. Unless you mean eating it, which is different.
Yes, let's not go there. But generally, for possession, it's the simple form. Be is another one, I am happy. Not usually I am being happy, unless you mean someone is acting unusually happy.
So there are nuances. Coffee Break English did say it's worth digging into state verbs more because there are quite a few and some exceptions.
Absolutely. It's a key area. Knowing those helps avoid common errors.
Okay, another BBC game show question. True or false, can both tenses be used for the future?
And the answer was true, which surprised someone on the show, apparently.
Ha! Yeah, but we've covered why, haven't we?
We have. Continuous for those future arrangements. I'm meeting Sarah tomorrow.
And simple for the future timetables. The train departs at 8 a.m.
So yes, both can point forwards, but in those specific different ways. Personal plans versus fixed schedules. That's the key thing to remember.
Got it. Okay, quick review then, using the Dynamic English mini quiz, just to check we've absorbed this.
Fire away.
Sentence 1. I am eating chocolate right now.
Okay, signal word, right now, am eating. That's got to be present continuous. Action in progress.
Correct. Dynamic English said, en el momento. Okay, number 2. Michael goes to the gym on Wednesday.
Goes, third person sending. On Wednesday suggests regularity. That's present simple, a habit or routine.
Spot on, their description. Habito rutina. Last one. Julie is drinking milk with her breakfast.
Is drinking be plus ing? It suggests it's happening now or around the time of her breakfast. Present continuous again.
Exactly. Though Dynamic English's memory tag for that was, Gravdigger the Harvard E-Continuous Me Show.
Yeah. Whatever helps you remember, I suppose. But the tense identification is right.
It is indeed. So it seems pretty clear when you break it down.
So quick recap. Present simple think regulars, facts, schedules.
And present continuous think now, around now, temporary things, and future plans you've made.
Now watch out for those state verbs. They usually stick with the simple form.
Brilliant. Hopefully breaking it down like this, looking at it from a few angles, has made those distinctions clearer.
Yeah, the goal is using them accurately, confidently, making that English even more flawless.
We really hope this deep dive has helped clarify things and makes you feel more empowered using these tenses.
Definitely. Practice is key, of course.
Absolutely. And hey, if you found this helpful, if you want to keep mastering English, please do subscribe, like, and maybe share this podcast testimony. It really helps YouTube get it out to a wider public.
Yeah, that would be great. And don't forget to check the link in the description. There might be some extra resources there to help you keep learning.
Definitely check that out. Thanks for tuning in.